Before we get into this series on fixing one plane of motion and driving the other to create spinal mobility, you'll first have to watch the difference between type 1 and type 2 motions. But if you've watched it already, you already know that when our spine moves rotation in one direction and side bending in the opposite, that's a type 1 motion. And when it rotates in one direction and side bends in the same direction, that's a type 2 motion. But I want to show you how to position one plane of motion and drive the other. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to position rotation. I'm going to use my left arm, I'm going to bring it across my body, and I'm going to side bend to my left with my left arm rotated to my right. So in fact what I did here was I fixed the rotation arm and I'm moving the side bend arm. Now I can just go and try that on the other side. I can fix the rotation arm, drive the side bending arm. Okay, and then to make that a type 2 mobilization, what I want to do is take the arm, instead of fixing it in front of my body, I fix it behind my body. Now I'm rotated, and I'm still going to move the side bending arm. So my rotation is fixed, and I'm driving with a side bend. Then I go try the other side. I'm going to fix the rotation on the other side and side bend, and the side bend will be the moving arm while the rotation arm is the fixed arm. Okay, good. Now, that means that we fixed in the transverse plane and moved in the frontal plane. But now we're going to reverse that. I want to now fix my body in the frontal plane and move in the transverse plane. So all that simply means is you want to fix the side bend. Right now I'm side bent to my right. I want to take my right arm as my driver now, and I want to twist it to my left. Now notice as I'm doing this, my arms are moving in opposite directions. I fixed my side bend arm and drove my rotation arm. And this is my type 1 spinal mobilization. Now, very simply, if I hold this right side bend and I take my right arm and move it to my right, I'm now driving a type 2 spinal mobilization where I fixed the side bend arm and I'm moving the rotation arm. And then let's just try and apply that to the other side. We're going to take the arm overhead. I'm now side bent to my left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to rotate it to my right. So again, we have the side bending arm is the fixed arm and the rotation arm is the moving arm. And now to make this a type 2, I'm going to maintain my left side bend. I'm going to drive a left rotation. And one last time, it's fixing the side bend, driving the rotation. Neither is better. It's just a matter of what works for you, but I definitely encourage you to explore how your body moves through these type 1, type 2 motions, and take a journal and kind of mark down where you feel there's good motion or not so good motion. Then speak with your trainer about coming up with a strategy to create symmetry.